What if your money disappeared forever, and the only currency left was your life itself? In this future world, every person is born with a timer on their arm. That timer doesn't just count time, it controls everything. Food, rent, transportation, even survival. Every purchase costs part of your life. One young man was barely surviving. He worked day and night, but no matter how hard he tried, he could only earn enough time to stay alive for another day. People like him never walked, they ran. Because in this world, rich people have time, and poor people don't. One day he met a little girl on the street. She had almost nothing left herself, but she still transferred 5 minutes from her own life to him. That small act of kindness stayed in his mind. Later that night, inside a bar, he noticed someone strange. A man sitting alone with over 100 years on his clock. Someone with that much time should never be in a poor district. Suddenly, a group of time thieves arrived and surrounded him. Without thinking twice, the young man stepped in and saved him. They escaped and hid together. As they talked, the man revealed a truth that changed everything. He said he had already lived for more than a century, but instead of feeling lucky, he was tired. He was exhausted by endless life. Then he revealed something even darker. The rich were controlling the system. Prices were raised on purpose. Time was kept away from the poor intentionally, because if everyone lived longer, the entire system would collapse. But he still had no idea what was coming next. The next morning, he woke up and stared at his arm in shock. More than 100 years had suddenly appeared on his timer. The man had given him everything. Next to him was a note. "Don't waste my time." He ran outside in panic. Then he saw him sitting on a bridge. His clock reached 0, and just like that, he was gone. Within hours, the police believed the young man had stolen all that time. Overnight, he had gone from poor to rich, and now he became their prime suspect. While running from the law, he entered the world of the wealthy. Everything felt strange there. People moved slowly. Nobody rushed. Nobody worried. To fit in, he walked into a time casino. Across the table sat a man with thousands of years on his clock. Without hesitation, he pushed all his time into the game and kept only 20 seconds for himself. The room went silent. Then the cards opened, and somehow luck chose his side. He won. In a single moment, more than 1,000 years were added to his life. But the police were still hunting him. He escaped and ended up taking a wealthy young woman with him. At first, she hated him, but slowly, she started seeing the truth behind everything. Then, disaster struck again. Time thieves attacked them and stole almost everything. Suddenly, both of them were close to death. That was the moment he realized something. Running away would never fix the problem, so they made a choice. They decided to fight the system itself. Together, they broke into a time bank. Inside, they found something unbelievable. Millions of years locked away in storage. Enough time to save entire cities. They took it and started giving it to the people who needed it most. For the first time in years, poor people weren't running anymore. They were smiling. But danger wasn't over yet. Police surrounded them from every side. Their own timers were nearly empty. Death was seconds away. Then he saw a police car nearby. He ran with everything left in his body and reached a time machine at the last possible second. He survived. Then he ran back and saved her too. In the end, they became criminals in the eyes of the law. But to everyone else, they became heroes. Because they didn't just give people more time. They gave people their lives back.